Hello everybody! Welcome to another Photoshop CS6 tutorial. My name is Buddy Blackford and I'm going to teach you how to use the reduce noise filter. And the reduce noise filter just does exactly what it says. Reduces noise in an image. And what noise is pretty much just random pixels of color that come in when you are compressing an image, or when you are using something like a scanner, or sometimes some of the crappier digital cameras that it'll add in this extra pixels on top that reduce the quality of the image. Now we're going to show you how to reduce that kind of stuff. Now, for example, I think the part in this image that has a lot of noise in it is this ceiling up here. Now if I zoom in into the image, you can see that there is a pretty decent amount of noise in this section here. You can see a bunch of colors that are weird and some blockiness and stuff like that. We're going to get that out of there. So the first thing you want to do, so we can do comparisons and stuff like that, create a new layer just by duplicating your current layer. And we're going to go to filter, we're going to go to the noise section, we're going to go to reduce noise. Now mine showed up with these default settings here, but if you want to, you can just bring them all back to 0. Maybe bring the strength up to 1 so you can mess with the preserve details. I'll bring that to 0 also. So let's just start by coming down into the sliders area. The strength is the amount you want the reduce noise filter to be applied to the image. It affects the luminance values, which is also called luminosity. And if you may need to look that up if you really need to, but it's kind of like the brightness a little bit. So the next one we've got here, bring this up here, and the key to using the reduce noise is to balance it in a way that it reduces the noise, but without adding a whole ton of other kind of like junk into your image. And I'll show you that. Preserve details brings out the small details in inside the like small parts of the image. So like maybe like this little wisp that's coming off my hat there, or some of the stuff in the background, or other small things in the image. So if we bring that up a little bit, it'll preserve some of the details while taking out some of the noise. So somewhere around 50 to 60% is good for this image. If I brought it up all the way, it would preserve all the little details, but it keeps the noise in there. So if you look at the image here at 100%, and then if I bring it back down to like 50%, you can see that there's a difference. Reduce color noises, it reduces like random color pixels that it can find within the image. If you reduce it a whole lot, it's going to start saturating the image even more. And it doesn't do it as much on this image, but the strength is also down kind of in the middle and everything like that. If you go too hard with this, it'll start saturating your image out. So it goes somewhere around 40 to 60 as well. Remember to keep a good balance. Now, when you start reducing noise, it reduces some of the image quality a bit. That's where the sharpen details comes in very handy. It'll bring out the extra details within your image. So let's bring that up and to it something that looks somewhat decent. If I bring it up all the way, you can see what it does to the image, and it's a little too, well, it's way too hard. So let's back off. Let's bring this up to, I don't know, something like this. Now, I want to go over this advanced tab with you really quick. If you go to advanced, you're able to go per the different channels in your image. So if I go over here to the channels tab, we've got a red, green, and blue channel here, and you're able to adjust these on each one. Now, each of these is has a different like noise level, and I think that usually blue is the noisiest. So if I go into per channel, you can click and drag to move around, but you can see the different channels and adjust them the way that you need to get what you are looking for. So you got green here, and then you got blue. But if you really need to adjust those per channel, go ahead and do it that way. Now the remove JPEG artifact there, if you check this, it'll get rid of some of the artifacting, like the blocks and some of the stuff that comes around like crisp edges and stuff like that when you're saving a low quality resolution JPEG. So I'm gonna uncheck that. I'm going to hit OK. I'm gonna come back to my layers panel, and then I'll just zoom out a little bit. Come in a little bit more for you so we can see a little better, and we'll just check out to see how much noise has actually been reduced. So I can turn, this is with the noise reduction off, so there is no noise reduction right now. Check out the ceiling, check out how noisy it is. When I turn this on, it's a lot smoother and has been reduced some of the noise, and you can see that throughout the image, and it basically is like smoothing everything out, bringing out the noise, and it's pretty useful for trying to make your images a little nicer. Now the reduced noise filter may not always get all the noise out that you really want. See, there's like a little image there. You might want to use some tools like the patch tool here to fix up some of your image. Let's see how good it does. I don't even think I'm on the patch tool. The patch tool. I was wondering why I was painted in, but there we go. Use the patch tool to like patch up the image and fix little spots like that. So that's not looking very good, but just keep that in mind that you can use the different tools to help further clean up problem areas in your image. The spot healing brush, the patch tool, if you really want to use the clone stamp tool, and other tools like that. So that's it for how to use the reduced noise filter. Use it to sharpen up your images, reduce noise obviously, and it works on and I just wanted to let you know it works on individual layers and not the entire document. So you have to apply this to each layer that you want to get the noise out of. So just keep that in mind. So thanks for watching this tutorial. I'm glad you guys took the time to check it out and watch the video. And I'll see you guys in the next video where we're going to keep on going over different filters and see how cool all of them are. So see you guys later. Have a good one.